Yes, we're back. We are back. You know, I've got something to say right off the top. If you were watching last week, you heard me say that we were going to have Andy Kaufman and his gigantic frogs, the big 3-foot frogs, on the show this week. The big three. I know I said that, okay? He was scheduled. He was going to be here. But unfortunately, Andy and his frogs have been in demand all over the world. Michael Jackson called him up. He's going to buy a few. True story. Going to buy a few. Right now, this week they had to fly to New York, and this week they're chatting with Peter Jennings and with Phil Donahue. Donahue's going to have frogs on the show. Wonder what Oprah's going to have, right? But anyway, he's penciled us in for the next week. And I swear, no, we're going to have him sometime. The frogs are going to be here. I know. So, perhaps the best thing, just adopt a wait-and-see attitude. But since we don't have a bunch of huge, wet, slimy amphibians to offer you, we have the next best thing. Please welcome Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Nice to see you, Bill.
Nice to see you, John.
We're pleased to have you here tonight, Bill.
Yeah, since you couldn't have the frogs.
Yeah, always good to have you instead of a frog, Bill. I'm glad we have you.
The people wanted frogs, though, didn't they?
People, apparently, they want frogs all over the world.
Well, let me tell you, John. People say to me, you're the science guy, I want to see chemicals. That's what they say. I want to see chemicals.
They say, knock off with this fancy apparatus
Physics,
to drop in things. Chemicals is what the people want.
And if the people want them,
you give them to them.
That's
you say,
right.
If the people want chemicals, give chemicals to the people. Is that the science guy message? That's what I thought. Okay. So it looks like you've got some really cool chemicals here.
I have that very thing, John. Now, of course, before we begin a science guy thing, I insist.
All right, of course.
Always.
The glasses, right. Okay.
Now, they have stylish
I feel great
ones.
now, yeah.
But I, of course, for some reason, don't choose the stylish ones. Now, John, start off with one of my faves. This is a powder. Sodium acetate, I think.
This is sodium acetate. Oh, yeah. Boy, I took a lot of that in college. I remember that stuff. Yeah, that stuff was great. Yeah.
Well, John, I'm skeptical.
You're skeptical. I thought you would be.
And I'll show you why. I don't think you...
Bill has poured a small amount of, what is it?
Sodium acetate.
Sodium acetate into this cup here. And he's adding normal water.
Regular old tap water.
Regular old tap water.
To the sodium acetate.
Okay.
Give it just that moment.
Oh. Well, Bill, I'm impressed. So what is it? Let me see this. It's very gooey, not unlike it's very gelatinous. So I'm guessing this would be good to, say, dump in a toilet or a public fountain or something. This is
wacky. Yeah.
Just a little bit like that. It just goos up all the water.
It's hydroscopic. Now, John, you've gotten some on your finger. I know you're having a party, but
it's something that the Joker would have or something.
Yeah, I didn't really intend for you to wipe it all over your hands, but that's okay.
It's not bad for me.
No, and you might maybe in a few minutes we'll get you a little soap.
Well, what are the uses for something for this stuff?
I think there's some polymers that are made, plastics that are made using stuff like that. Every time you got acetate, John, you got to be thinking shirts, huh?
Okay. Well, that's very impressive chemical.
It is cool. To me, that is very cool. Now,
very cool.
John, you got some stuff on your fingers. We may want to use some soap, and I have some soap solution here.
Oh, boy, that's an exciting chemical soap.
Soap? Well, it is kind of exciting, John, because what you can do if you have a gun like this, handgun's kind of a theme in our town these days. You can make...
very impressive. Yeah, okay, you're making that... Not a lot of stopping power to that. Not a real deterrent there, but those are nice bubbles, okay? You're making soap bubbles. Okay,
sorry, John, what?
Yeah, okay. Okay, we've succeeded in soap bubbles, Bill.
All right, those are ordinary soap bubbles filled with air from around here. Now, John, you say chemicals, you say excitement. I want to see soap bubbles, and I want to see them burn. You know what I'm saying? I want to see explosions. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I want to see. Sure.
Yeah.
Science guy,
and we've got them. What we're going to do, we're going to make soap bubbles not filled with ordinary air, but filled with hydrogen. Now, what I've got here is a soap bubble maker.
Okay.
I'm going to issue you some matches, which will cause hydrogen to oxidize very rapidly, what we call burning. Okay. And what I'm going to do then is put a little water into the chemical, which we get at our good friends ECCI Scientific. And here we go, John. I hope you're standing by.
All right. Let's see.
Okay. Into the stuff. Sure enough. No problem. Now, you know, hydrogen floats in air, John.
Okay. Wow!
Oh. Get that. Oh, yeah.
Jesus, bro! Jesus! Okay,
Light another one.
So it's the Hindenburg we
Yeah,
got going
we got
here.
sort of, yeah.
Okay.
That's why they abandoned hydrogen, John, and went with helium.
Not really feasible, huh?
It's well vented to the atmosphere, as you can see. Whoa.
Jeez! Okay,
Sure,
well,
no problem. Well, you guys,
as we blow the
be
studio
careful
up.
with inflammable
Hey,
substances.
look out for this, Bill. It's
okay.
like shooting gas.
It's
All
okay.
right, well, as the studio
Careful.
explodes
I've,
with hydrogen,
I got wrapped up in the
I think
excitement.
we better
and
go to commercial now,
I
Bill.
closed
so
the
we can...
water off. It's okay.
Thank
now.
you very
Excuse
much,
me.
Bill.
Thank you, John.
Always nice to have you.